comment on my TikTok channel the other day and it really got me thinking. The guy said, aren't hair systems just for younger guys? And it also got me thinking, will I still wear systems when I'm in my 60s and in my 70s? So I want to deal with that question pretty early on in this video, and the answer is no, hair systems are not just for younger guys. Just because you might see more guys on TikTok or Instagram with before and after transformations who look like they're in their 20s, who look like they're in their 30s, that doesn't just mean that everyone who's got hair systems is of that age demographic. It might just be that the older generation just prefer not to be filmed, basically, because I can assure you that a lot of people that I know and I interact with on a weekly and daily basis are over the age of 50, they're over the age of 60, they wear hair systems and their hair systems look amazing. A lot of them look more natural than what the young guys wear. And I do kind of think that this idea that maybe only sort of a younger demographic nowadays wears hair systems, I think it's just based on this sort of outdated belief that guys who are older than us wear these outdated wigs and hair pieces that you'd see in the 70s and the 80s. Like these guys are just relics that are stuck decades ago. That's not the case. And in particular, they actually suit older guys better because older guys go for a lower density because that's just naturally what happens as we get older. Our hair goes thinner, so it just looks more natural. And hair systems are so good nowadays at getting the greys right, getting the percentages right. Hair systems have come along so far. The technology has improved so much, even in the last 10 to 15 years. You don't get these like template toupees that you'd get in the 80s or even the 90s, where they're a set density, you can't veer from that density, that's just how they're manufactured. In 2025, that couldn't be further from the truth. You can even get densities like 60%, 70%, which are way more suitable for that age demographic. And to be honest, I'm wearing an 85% and I'm only 36, so it's good to know that as I get older, there will be less dense options for me as I unfortunately age. And that brings me on really tidily to my next thought. Will I still be wearing systems in 25, 30 years? When I got this question on TikTok, it did get me thinking a little bit. I was like, will I spend the rest of my life wearing systems? I honestly can't tell you. I mean, you know, how can you predict what your life's going to be like in 30 years? There may be a cure for baldness by then. The tech with hair systems might be so good by then that they're not even called hair systems anymore. They're called something else which is completely flawless, completely invisible, and doesn't require any maintenance. But one thing I can say with confidence is that if I'm still wearing a hair system when I'm 60, 65, I'm not going to be doing it because I want to look like a 30, a 35-year-old. I'm going to be still doing it because the options available are amazing for older guys. You've got those thinner densities, you've got those grey percentages, you've got those graduated hairlines. And to add to that, we're also talking of the tech of the future. Let's rewind 30 years in the wig, toupee, hair system industry, and you compare the systems back then to the systems now. One of my subscribers was explaining to me that when he first got a system fitted in the 1980s, it was literally woven in with his existing hair on the side. It had to be done by an expert and it took hours, and it used to pull on his natural hair on the sides. It's night and day how far we've progressed in that time. Now, my next point relates to, well, will you just grow out of it and decide to just go full on bald and shave your head all the time? Yeah, I suppose that's possible, but I think it's probably unlikely. Getting hair back on my head has brought me so much in terms of self-worth, confidence, self-esteem. Even in my 50s, my 60s, I still think stuff like that will be important for me. And attitudes are changing so much around people's appearance, how they feel about themselves, and basically using interventions that can improve their confidence. You know, I'm seeing record numbers of guys getting hair transplants, record numbers of guys getting systems, seeing a lot of guys getting teeth whitening now, veneers. And in my personal opinion, I think it's for the better. Now, if you've watched this video and you're maybe over 50 or maybe over 60 and you need a new system, or maybe you're thinking about getting your first system, maybe you want to go for one of those lower density ones, you're probably aware Black Friday is coming up and I've got a ton of discounts. Not just for you guys, but for basically everyone watching this video. I've got 3 massive discounts, so you're going to want to make sure you tune in and listen carefully because these are limited time discounts that are going to expire Sunday at midnight. So first up, for my UK viewers, Scruffy Hair Co are offering 15% off site-wide. 15% off everything. That runs from Friday until the end of Sunday, I believe. That's just for my UK viewers. They don't ship outside the UK. LaVivid are also offering site-wide deals. These are on hair systems specifically, 50% off some of their systems, 25% off the rest of their stock systems, and that's running until the end of Friday. So you want to make sure you just head over to their website and benefit from some of those deals because they are literally the biggest deals they're offering this year. You also get entered into a prize draw where you can actually get either $300 back or $100 back. There's 4 lucky winners a week. I mean, with the $300 one, it's basically a free hair system. And if that's not enough discounts for you guys, I've got a really special one, which I've saved till the end. My hair system maintenance boot camp is going to be half price from Friday all the way until Sunday at midnight. Yeah, you heard that right, 50% off. I literally have discounts coming out of my ears for you guys this week. So if you want any of those, head down to the description box below where you can find the links and they'll send you to the right website. And if you're still on the fence and you are part of the older demographic, which we've been talking about today, and you just feel a little bit nervous, you're like, is it going to look silly on me? The answer is no. Because in simple terms, you can choose a lighter density. You can go with grey percentages. The hairlines are still unbelievably good. So this might be your sign to reclaim your confidence. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget those discounts. All of that information is in the description beneath this video. Enjoy Black Friday and I'll speak to you soon.